Before I came to Krishna consciousness, I was in a yoga organization over which I was, you might say, the manager or teacher, and it was in New York on East 56th Street. And I had been in this organization for approximately 18 years and have been teaching almost as many years yoga. We call it Ashtanga Yoga, which is primarily Hatha Yoga and meditation and development of good character through moral principles. But its prime emphasis was on physical and mental health. Physical in the sense of having a body that could ward off diseases, and mental in the sense that you could have a mind that could be more peaceful and calm. And we had some spiritual principles as well, but it was more of, you might call, an impersonalistic type of philosophy, meaning, excuse me, meaning that persons were more interested in merging into the absolute light or the Brahma Jyoti than in worshipping the Supreme Lord, Krishna or Ram. There was some worship, but the worship was for the purpose of expediting one's development in the entrance into the Brahma Jyoti. It was not the means and the end as it is in Bhakti Yoga. You worship Krishna not to get someplace else, but to stay with Krishna and deepen your interest in Krishna. Consequently, a point was reached where Krishna's grace came upon me very strongly, and I came to the realization that after having received, having received a copy of the Bhagavad Gita by one of the chief devotees in the Hare Krishna movement, namely Brahmananda Prabhu, who was known as Bruce Sharp at that time. And he said, he literally challenged me. He said, if you just sent me a letter and said, if you will just order this book, we will send it to you free of charge. It was the 1100-page Macmillan Bhagavad Gita as it is. So I thought he was pulling my leg or my head or whatever you want to call it. And I did take the challenge and I read it. And I thought it was absolutely amazing, mind-blowing. And I began to think, this is really what I want to teach. Really gets into how to get to know Krishna, how to get to love Krishna, and how to improve your life by worshipping Krishna and serving Krishna. This was the prime emphasis. And I was getting tired of telling people to lift their legs up and put their legs down and move their head to the right and move it to the left and open their mouth and throw out their tongue, you know, the Singhasana, this kind of a thing. So it got a little tired. Suffice it to say that after I had the Bhagavad Gita and read through it, I believe there was an advertisement for the Krishna book, the 2-volume silver-covered edition. And it looked very attractive, and I ordered it. This one I didn't get free because I was already prepped for it by the previous book. And I said, if the Krishna book is anywhere near as good as the Bhagavad Gita, then it would be well worth whatever I paid for it, which was not very much considering the size of the 2 volumes. I received the books, and as I absorbed myself into the chapters one by one, I became more and more fascinated with Krishna and all things pertaining to Krishna. And it was so delightful and so entrancing, is the best way I can put it, and enchanting too, that I just really wanted to be a part of that life. And it then became a compulsion, if you will, to want to actually enter that life by knowing more about that life and developing a greater and greater attraction for that life. When I say that life, I mean Krishna's life. I wanted to actually become closer to Krishna. I felt he was the greatest person to get close to, and that no one I had ever met could compare to him. And here I noticed that the person who is teaching how to achieve what I just mentioned was His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is truly a master of guiding one to get into the higher and higher levels so that one can actually meet Krishna and in so doing achieve the greatest possible companion that one could ever have, and also to achieve the greatest degree of not only guidance but protection and direction.